Okay, next I'd like to go over this concept of crawling. And I've learned so much about crawling from Jeremy Hefner, Jeremy Frisch, Dewey Nielsen, a host of other people, but those people are the first three that come to mind. Jake Moore, a long time ago, kid from Iowa, grad assistant I learned from. We've been doing crawling for years without knowing it. And the first things we used to do with crawling were Spider-Mans and inchworms, real basic stuff. Now crawls are more advanced, more complex, and yet really a lot more basic at the same time. So let's go over some of the things we did with crawls, some of the stuff I did without knowing it, and some of the things we're adding to it and using and stealing and all that. First up, this idea of a Spider-Man. We do Spider-Mans in place, as we just kind of showed in another video. However, the first Spider-Man we started to use was this Spider-Man moving across the floor. Real simple. We can add a lot more to Spider-Mans and make them a lot more complex. We can go forwards, we can go backwards, world's greatest stretch, thoracic rotation work. So there's really a lot that we can add to make the Spider-Man a more complex crawling movement. Next crawling movement we've used for years has been this idea of an inchworm. And we start inchworms at a real low level. We start with an inchworm press up. Big press, walk those feet up, hands come out. We're crawling, but in a little bit more simplistic way. Big press up, right to the next one. We rest in between inchworms with this frog position, up, down frogs. Real simple stuff. Deep squat rest position. With the inchworm, we add more components. We can do a reverse inchworm press up. Real simple, big sag, big up dog kind of position. You can press up into a down dog. Walk those hands back. Once again, walk out. Up dog. We can work straight into a down dog. Walk the hands back. Real low level inchworm stuff. Next up on the inchworms, the push-up concept. We'll go walk out. We do a different type of push-up sometimes for our lower level athletes. Start with an up dog, press up position. Once we sink down, we'll get set. Just press up, push up out of that position. So we'll walk out. Big dog, big press up. Get flat. Push up slowly. Having gone through massive shoulder surgery myself, a lot of our athletes have shoulder issues as well, and so we've learned to start at real low function, low load, and build up. Reverse inchworm push-ups come next. So we can actually add a little bit more of a realistic push-up, the hand crawl on the way back. Slowly we start to add a little bit more of a force velocity concept on the push-ups. So we'll start with continuous tension push-up. We'll do an acceleration push-up. We'll do a plyo push-up. We'll do a dynamic effort push-up. Then we'll do a drop push-up. Let me show you how these look. We'll walk it out. Continuous tension. We'll come back out. Acceleration. Now I'll add this plyometric push-up for you. We'll add this concept of a dynamic effort push-up. Isometric hold for about 2 to 3 seconds. Explode up. Then we'll add this concept of a drop push-up. Inchworm back, feet back, a drop, and catch to dynamic effort. Slowly we manipulate this inchworm into a lot of different forms. But once again, we start with this concept of minimal movement, minimal function, minimal complexity, coordination, activation. Then we start to increase speed, resistance, We start to increase coordination, and we just work from the ground up as it fits each athlete. And we use it as a way to assess our athletes every day for upper body function, lower body movement, flexibility stuff. But we never assume that they come in ready to do all that.